Today we're going to be using the WSM Weber Smoky Mountain. Got my coals on my gas grill there. Side burner. It's a real fast way to heat them up. And I'm going to be doing probably the minion method. Some mesquite lump charcoal. I got a tri-tip, some St. Louis cut spare ribs, and some pork sirloin tip roast that I'm going to smoke. I got a late start today because I got stuck in traffic. Let's just say that. Anyway, I'll show you the meat right now. Alright, well I haven't shown you the meat yet. I was just frickin' wrapping this water bowl with foil. I'm going to use water today instead of sand. We'll see how the heat maintains on the Weber Smoky Mountain. And I'm going to pour these coals into the fire here. So it might be too many coals. We'll see how it works out. It looks like way too many coals, but yeah. Alright, I'm going to put this bad boy together and get some oak wood on there. Alright, I'm back here. I got the water pan in there, still with no water. The coals are in there. I got this oak wood that I chopped up here. I'm going to put that in a little bit. But I had all the vents closed on this thing for about 10 minutes since I put the coals in. And it's a little foggy from the wet weather we had yesterday, but I had all the vents closed. I brought it down to 250. Still got the bottom vents closed, and the top vent is wide open now. I just opened it, so I'm probably going to have to open the bottom vents about halfway. Trying to get it down to 225. Once I put the meat on, I'll bring it down a little bit. So I'm probably going to put the meat on and see how it goes. For meat now, what I've got is I've got some spare ribs here, St. Louis style, that I cut myself, put various rubs on them, and it should be good. I'm going to have to layer up the rub. That's the secret. Here we got some pork sirloin tip roast. They're very, very lean, not ideal for smoking. What I did was get a flavor brine, and I brined these overnight, and then I took them out this morning, and I injected them with oxtail broth that I had left over from when I made some chili. So we'll see how those come out. I'm going to put a rub on them before I throw them on there. Those are the one X factor. I don't know how they're going to come out. They're so lean. I'm not really sure how to do them, but it'll be a learning experience. And then here I got about a 2.5 pound tri-tip, 2.5, 3 pound tri-tip. I put a rub on there, and then I put some apple cider vinegar in that bag, some barbecue sauce, and I let it sit overnight, about 24 hours. And right here I have all the cuttings off of the St. Louis, or off the spare ribs. I just put various rubs, some brown sugar, a little apple cider vinegar, and I'm going to grill those up and eat them as a snack, hopefully. We'll see. Another kind of experiment for me. So, I'm going to put all these on, and I don't know, it's a lot to smoke all at once. This is only my fourth smoke, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, I purposely put cold water in here so that this bad boy would cool down a little. I'm going to shut this vent again because it's still pretty hot. And with all the coals that I put in there hot, I think it's going to have trouble running hot all day. I'm going to put the oak in now. Still have all the vents on the bottom closed. And I'm just going to put them right on top of these. Ooh, maybe I should have worn leather gloves and not rubber ones. It might have been smart. And that'll probably give me 3 hours of smoke. I don't really need 3 hours, but whatever. And then I'm going to try and get these ribs on here. And this is letting all this air in right now is going to heat up those coals again. Ooh, look at that. It just barely fits. course it's not square. First time using this rib rack. And of course I'm using the wrong hand, the one without the glove. It's just, jeez, barely long enough. Oh, that's just, man, wiping all my rub off. This rib rack's a little too insane. I guess it does the job though, huh? Shit. I don't even know if I needed the rack, honestly. Alright. And I'll put all the rest of the meat on. And we'll come back. Alright, we got all the meat on here. Put the lid on, had all the vents closed. We're at 200 right now. And now the vent is open halfway. I got a nice stream of smoke coming out of there. I don't know if you can see it. And I threw the... I didn't really have enough space on the top for everything, but there's the top, and then the bottom has the ribs. And a couple more of the spare rib, sternum, chest pieces. So it's 4 o'clock. Just trying to keep this thing around 200, 225, and we'll check back in at probably 5:30, 6 o'clock. Alright, it is only 4:20, but this was starting to drop and not rise, so I opened the bottom vents a little bit more, and I opened the top vent all the way. And I'm just, normally I'd let this dial in before I start smoking, but since I got caught in traffic everywhere I drove today, it was ridiculous. Never driving again on Sunday, I don't think. At least not if I'm planning to smoke some meat. So I just got the coals going and got it in and put it on, and I'm winging it here. Temperature's slowly creeping. So I'm gonna come back out here at about 5:30. I mean, to do the I'm gonna flip the ribs over in the rack, but I'm gonna be monitoring this temp until then. Back and forth every 10 or 15 minutes. I'll be out here. That's one of the luxuries of a charcoal smoker. You get to play with the vents all day. There's no barbecue guru to help keep the temp for you. There's no electric pellet auger keeping the temp for you. So it's a lot more rewarding that way, I think, the end product, because it's a little bit more difficult. It's more of an art form. Well, I will see you when I come to flip the ribs over, but I'll still be monitoring this periodically until then. So. Just checking back in. It's 10 after 5. This thing stopped throwing out smoke like this, and so I had to open the door here and just kind of lightly move around the oak and kind of expose some new parts of the coals. I think they had ashed over a little. Try and get that ash off there without stirring ash into the whole smoker all over the food. And now the heat's still pretty good. I mean, I'm about 225, 215, 225. It's been within there. And I got this smoke coming out here again, so that's good. It was probably a good 20 minutes though with no smoke. So I'm gonna open this bad boy up in about 20 minutes. Maybe I might wait a half hour. Just get the smoke on there, and then I'm gonna take that top rack off and pull the ribs, flip the ribs over, and try and baste some apple juice on them. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. I need to get a spray bottle. I don't have one. And then yeah, close it back up for another hour. So I'll be back. Alright, well I just basted the ribs with some apple juice over here. It wasn't very successful, I don't know. I gotta get a spray bottle. What I did is I took the top rack off, put it over here on this barbecue. I closed the lid. I moved all of my spare rib pieces from the sternum and stuff to the top rack. I could probably eat them now, but I just want them to, the fat to render a little more on those. And then I'm probably gonna, should probably wrap them with foil now. They're so much smaller. But here's what it looks like now. And I'm gonna take the temperature of the tri-tip and the pork. I'm going to see where it's at. The water pan didn't need to be refilled at all. I don't know if you can see the ribs down there, but they're down there. They're looking like they're cooking pretty good. So it's 5:45 now, and at about 6:30 I'll probably wrap the ribs, put some molasses or brown sugar with a little more rub. Get those layers on and wrap them for another hour in there, and we'll call it good. I'm going to temp the pork and the tri-tip, and I'll let you know what it reads. Alright, well I temped the tri-tip. It was at about 140, 135, 141 or something. So I'm going to take it off. And these bad boys here, this one was at 140. I need to rotate it because this is definitely a hotter side of the grill over here. Right here, for some reason, it's hotter. The coals are spreading that way instead of the other way. So I've been kind of stirring them every now and then, but I'm going to take this off. I'm going to wrap it just because I want to. It's done. I could serve it now if I wanted to. And then these puppies got to get up to 160. So I'm going to wrap them at some point too and probably put them in a cooler. Anyway, I'll be back. Alright, so it is 6:45. I just put the ribs back on the heat after adding some more garlic powder and some more, let's see, 4 of the slabs I put some agave, some more rib rub, and then on 2 of them I put molasses and rib rub. And then I wrapped them in the foil, and I actually have them over here on my gas grill. They're holding at about 250. And then this is ribs, and this is like sternum and shit. So I'm gonna take the sternum off probably pretty soon, eat it for dinner because it's so damn late. And then I just temped these, and I don't know, apparently these are stalling out, but they're still at 140. So I'm gonna wrap them and leave them in there for another hour, and hopefully they'll be done. So yeah, I guess I'll see you later. Oh, and the tri-tip I took off about 30 minutes ago. It was at about 140, and I wrapped it, and I've got it sitting in the cooler here with some towels right there, just keeping it warm. So yeah, anyway, this has been kind of stressful cooking this much stuff. It's a lot to remember with time, and I don't know, having the lid open so much, I think it kills the cooking time. Plus, you're pulling the food out and it's in the cold outdoors, and so it cools down a little. And like, I think the ribs could have stayed on the smoker for another at least a half hour before I wrapped them, but it's getting late and I'm hungry. So anyway, I guess I'll be back to see how good everything is. Well, the cook's all done, and it's now 10:30. The ribs were good. Everything came out really good. I'll have some pictures. The only thing I didn't try was the pork. And this thing is still, I closed all the vents, and this thing is still at 200. So apparently I'm not going to have any coals to reuse. Any charcoal. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to go back to just cooking ribs and not having to focus on anything else, because the ribs, I think I need to fine-tune them. Anyway, Till next time, over and out.